Welcome to a new episode of Warrior Summit Outdoors. On this episode, I go on a spring gobbler hunt and fishing with other wounded warriors at a place called Hunts for Healing. Hunts for Healing is a veteran retreat and 501c3 run by Mindy and John Picotti in Laceyville, Pennsylvania. They're amazing people who understand how outdoor adventures with other vets can save lives. Well, and they have. I personally benefited from their retreats as I've been on many of them. But before the episode starts, I'm going to put Sergeant Ducey through their paces. It's obedience training time, and these dogs have lived charmed lives, so we'll see. Ducey heel. Sit. Good sit. Ducey, stay. Sit. Good sit. Down. Good down. Sit. Okay. Start stay. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Sergeant. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
The master sponsor for Warrior Summit Outdoors is Harry's You Pull It. Sarge the Dog is brought to you by Service Electric Cablevision. Ducey the Puppy is brought to you by Pride Mobility Products and Quantum Rehab Power Chair Solutions.
Hello, I'm Gary Sinise. At the Gary Sinise Foundation, we serve our nation's defenders, veterans, first responders, and their families. We're working hard to ensure their sacrifices are honored and supported before, during, and after their service. That's why we're wishing the best of luck to Warrior Summit Outdoors. Your show will help bring attention to the difficulties faced by our returning wounded heroes. And for that, I thank you. God bless.
The horror. The horror. Brother, it's horrible under here. We gotta go get some parts from Harry's You Pull It. Smell that? I love the smell of a salvage yard in the morning. Smells like victory. Victory!
Check out their 3 locations: Hazleton, Allentown, Pennsburg. Harry's You Pull It, making their customers victorious.
Hazleton Eye Specialists welcomes Dr. James Diem to their practice. Dr. Diem specializes in comprehensive eye care from birth to all ages, specializing in hard-to-fit contact lenses, vision rehabilitation due to head trauma and stroke, now accepting new patients. Don't give up. Call Dr. Diem and let him help you on your journey to better vision today.
The vets and I arrived at Ringneck Ridge for a multi-day event put on by Hunts for Healing. In store, well, a spring gobbler hunt and a fishing derby. Before hunting, we got some instruction on turkey calls.
If you got a bird that's coming into you, put that bead or the dot or whatever it is you're using below the head. If the bird's coming to you in strut, I want you to keep in mind that his neck is actually down into his breast area. The guide or the mentor will try and cluck, bring that head up, and then that's where you put the crosshairs of the bead. Don't try not to shoot them in strut, because if you body shoot them, you got a 50% chance of getting them. All right. It only takes one BB to kill a turkey. In a vertebrae, the head, the neck, takes one BB. So make it a good shot. A lot of times you don't get an opportunity for a second shot if you do miss. So those are some of the things that you want to keep in mind. That is the vital zone. Keep the bead below the head and try and let them get within 30 yards of you, if at all possible. You know, there have been turkeys, and we have loads that can shoot further than that, but it's a lot better shot to have it at 30 yards or less. The guys that you're going to be going out with are experienced turkey hunters, all right? And some have different methods, different ways of making this all come together. You know, Bucky over there, he's from Virginia. You know, he's a longtime friend and one of my own staff members. Great turkey hunter, good caller, but he not only talks with a little southern twang, he calls with a little southern twang. So whether these northern birds are going to like that, I don't know. Bob, you know, my brother Bob there, he's got a method all of his own. All right, don't be mistaken. Bob likes to call from a laying down position. So do not let that snore that you may hear. Do not let the snore be mistaken. He's trying to locate turkeys if he's laying there sleeping and snoring. He has a habit of doing that. Glenn back here, you know, he's been a friend of mine forever. We've grown up together since 4th grade. Member of my staff, he might pull out a rock and a nail to try and call these things in. I own a game call company, and he'll pull a rock and a nail out of his piston pocket. You know, everybody has different ways of doing it. But the main thing is, if we can get those birds into you, I don't care if it's a snore, if it's a southern twang, or if it's a rock and a nail. If we can call those birds into you, we certainly will. I'm going to show you some calls. A hen yelp is about 5-6 notes. There's really no rhythm to it. And this is a call that they're basically making to let the gobbler know that she's there. And a hen yelp will sound like this. That's what it sounds like on a mouth call. Glenn, if you do that on a friction call for me. A fly down. Another call that's especially important in the springtime is called cutting. Cutting is a rapid succession of clucks. If you're cutting, that means, you know, the hen is ready to be bred, or it could be an act of an aggression between two different hens. And if you can cluck, you can cut, but it's just more of a rapid succession, and it sounds like this. And of course, the other call that you would hear would be the gobble. Wait. Justin? Now, how I run a box call is I use these two fingers and I go over the lid like this, okay? And to make a cluck, it's as simple as just tapping that lid against the side of your call. I want you to try it with me.
Don't make a circle with it, just go straight down the back of the call.
After learning how to call the birds, we headed to the range to pattern our shotguns.
All right, who wants to be first?
close out the day, we decided to go scout for some birds and put them to bed.
I'm Brian Anderson. I served 2 years in Iraq. I lost both of my legs and my left hand in the line of duty. The troops coming home from Iraq is good news for all of us. But for many military families, another battle continues. Frequent and longer deployments have placed real financial, emotional, and sometimes mental strains on families. Unemployment among some troops is twice what it is among civilians. So now, more than ever before, our troops need us to be there for them. When military families need help, they call USA Cares. Please help by donating at usacares.org today and give them a hand up.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer, dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
A Service Electric Cablevision bundle is your local choice for internet, TV, and phone. Our high-speed internet has the fastest, most consistent speeds no matter how many devices are online. Get over 100 HD channels with unmatched picture quality, convenient DVR options, and now TV everywhere. And digital phone with unlimited local and long distance across North America and beyond. All backed by exceptional customer service. Make the local choice. Call or visit Service Electric Cablevision online today.
Well, we are up and out for the hunt at 0 dark 30. And while we saw a bunch of birds, we came up empty-handed. That's why it's called hunting and not getting. We did land a great lunch though.
I don't know. Let me get it. You ripping that one, weren't you?
There's nothing like when we get back home from war to try to relax. The vets and all, we all get together and we try to do things that will bring about the peace and tranquility post-combat. It's been a great week, turkey hunting, fun had by all, but it's going to culminate with a fishing derby. And as we can see, we're in the practice round right now. Guys still need a little bit of help, try to get the practice in, because next is coming up is the big fishing derby. So we're going to see who comes up with the biggest fish out of all the combat vets. great white shark, Moby Dick, right here. This is what it's all about.
The View of the Day is brought to you by Hazelton Eye Specialists and Stroudsburg Eye Specialists, the official eye specialists of Warrior Summit Outdoors.
Hazelton Eye Specialists welcomes Dr. James Diem to their practice. Dr. Diem specializes in comprehensive eye care from birth to all ages, specializing in hard-to-fit contact lenses, vision rehabilitation due to head trauma and stroke, now accepting new patients. Don't give up. Call Dr. Diem and let him help you on your journey to better vision today.
The Pennsylvania-based Valor Clinic Foundation provides veterans assistance accessing benefits, food, clothing, shelter, and support to homeless veterans, and post-traumatic stress resources. Founded in 2008 by veterans Mark Bayless and Tony Cross, we're a nonprofit dedicated to helping veterans navigate through the process of recovering and rebuilding. Please support the work of Valor Clinic Foundation. Help us give back to those who have given so very much.
When my mom died, Tony really would have liked to have come home. He was deployed to Kuwait. The Red Cross contacted his senior sergeant, and he was on his way home. For one day, for 1 hour, I felt like the most important person in the world was my mom. And getting her grandson home, the Red Cross is there for us.
Off the Beaten Path, new episodes starting August 5th at 11:30 p.m. only on WYLN. The last outdoor activity was a fishing derby put on by the Back Mountain Police Association.
Well, there usually is a competition, yeah. There's a lot of back and forth. We have a handicap accessible dock right there, so that's not a problem. We always have a lot of fish left in the netted area, and we allow them to use lures that the kids don't use, which makes it a little easier for them to catch fish, and they usually have a good time and catch a lot of fish.
Our time together wrapped with a dinner and award ceremony. The veterans sharing both the fun and meaning of the week.
It's been a pleasure to host y'all here. I love this place. I love the people here.
you guys do something awesome for us. Not a lot of people put themselves out there. We don't have this back home. And we're from Mississippi. It's supposed to be hospitality state, you know. And we are the hospitable ones. The veterans had to do it themselves. And we did. We made it happen. But these guys, every time I come here, I get touched.
I mean, there wasn't a dull moment. And when he came up, he was honest. He was like, I really don't get too excited about turkey hunting. You know, I don't see what the big deal is. I like deer hunting. And I was like, we told him, we said, wait till you get out there. You know, the sun's coming up, birds are gobbling like crazy. You know, it's cool because they talk back to you and the deer don't. And, you know, so we're calling the birds and you know, we're out there and we have just tons of birds going and it's nuts. It's like thunder out there. And I see Dustin over there. Starts shaking a little bit and he looks at me, he's like, I get it now.
Kenny's behind us going, the gobbler's gonna come out, just don't move, just don't move. At this point, my leg is numb, right? I have my leg curled up, my leg is completely numb, I can feel my toes tingling. And I go, I have to move, you know, I can't feel my leg. Ethan goes, if you can't feel it, why are you whining? So Ethan keeps playing with his slate call. He's going, and this doe comes out 20 yards. She walks out, she stops. She's looking right at us. Ethan stops calling. Eventually, she doesn't like what she sees. She blows, throws the flag, runs off. I was like, all right, she's going. Ethan starts calling again. Doe comes back. And I was like, can you call a turkey with that thing? I say you got lucky because we went to Walmart and you're lucky it's turkey season because I was going to get you a bleat call. Maybe we could kill a gobbler with that thing. But it's been a magnificent time. Miss Mindy, you know.
Yeah, as you could tell, Dustin's pretty quiet, doesn't talk much. Kind of boring, you know. We laughed and we laughed and we laughed. I mean, he's probably the funniest guy I've ever hunted with, and we had such a good time. And there's just never a dull moment. Like we just went fishing down at the state park down there. And you know the guys from Mississippi that were there because everybody else is fishing from shore. They got their boots on. These guys, they got their jeans rolled up and they're like knee deep in the water fishing. And they're just out there. Pretty soon he's neck deep in the water all the way out at the very end. Yeah.
I did. I hand grabbed a trout. I did it. They said you can't hand grab them because they're slimy and I proved them wrong. I did it. I can hand grab anything. Anything.
So the first morning we go out, we're sitting there and I was telling him, just kind of giving him the rundown, like, hey, you know, you got to be real still. They could see you real well. And he's like, yeah, man, you don't have to worry about me moving at all. Hey, I got to pee. You got to pee? I got to pee. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to pee. So I'm like, okay. And he sits down. He's like, I kind of lied about the not moving thing. He's like, but then he got still. And I knew something was wrong. Like, because he quit moving. And then he goes, and I'm like, I'm thinking a turkey's coming. I'm like, all right, here we go. So then he goes, man, there's some bobcat climbing down the tree behind us. And just about then is when he just like leaped into my arms and curled up in the fetal position. And so I turn around and I'm like, there's no limbs on this tree at all. Like the tree's like this big. And I don't know what bobcats look like down in Mississippi, but this one had a striped tail about this long and it looked a lot like a raccoon. I'm just saying. But
in my defense, where I come from, raccoons are black and gray, not tan. This one was brown and it was clawing its way viciously down the tree. And it looked 12 feet long to me, so I just assumed it was going to eat me immediately.
And, I mean, in my defense, I'm kind of glad I was wearing the red hat. I completely forgot I was wearing my hat, but that's irrelevant. So, I mean, something had to scare off the bobcoon because somebody didn't even have their gun loaded half the time. You express, like, you know, how thankful you are for us taking you out. And, you know, like, we come here with stuff, too. Like, we got the stress of work, relationships, bills, all this stuff. And we take you guys out. And that just disappears. I mean, I really don't know who gets more out of it. So, and not just Dustin, all you guys, thank you so much. Just thank you.
You guys, y'all, family. I didn't have that. I got it. Now you see what I mean? I've been telling them for a whole year since I came up here, this place is like nothing else we've ever done, even with our own organization. Did I lie? It's absolutely life-changing. And I'm glad I got to share it with y'all and y'all.
Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, it takes courage to fight the good fight, and courage heals the soul. Thank you.
In the long run, it'll make you a better hunter, because these turkeys are not, they're not rocket scientists.